Now, a sleepy market town in North Nottinghamshire hit the headlines recently when someone went to elaborate lengths to accuse a local vape shop of selling to children.
Now, overnight, a sign appeared on the front of the Retford shop saying, "We sell to kids, no ID, no problem." So we decided to send our reporter, TalkTV's Nick Ellaby, to investigate.
Would you commit a crime to protect your children? One father did exactly that after his 13-year-old daughter said she'd bought disposable e-cigarettes from TechX vape shop in Retford.
I went down on a Friday night. I had a scout around before to make sure that I could find a route in and out to do it without any cameras picking me up. And I just ordered some cut vinyl lettering. After I put it up, I cut it into small pieces to make it difficult to remove.
Why do you feel the need to commit a crime to make this point?
It's a crime that, in my opinion, isn't as big or as serious as the crime of selling vapes to children. I know of at least one child at our daughter's school that's been hospitalised after smoking a vape. Some of the vapes that are being sold clearly aren't safe. Some of them clearly shouldn't be being sold to anybody, let alone children.
The number of children using vapes has tripled in the last 3 years. Government figures show almost 1 in 10 11 to 15-year-olds now vapes.
£6.50, please. Thank you.
To tackle that, it's cracking down on disposable ones, sweet flavours and colourful packaging. Ministers also want on-the-spot fines for shops caught selling to under 18s. But the District Council says the issue isn't being resourced.
I know a complaint's already gone off to trading standards about the selling of vapes in that store, and they need to investigate. But my biggest concern is that there's not enough people working for trading standards to monitor these shops properly.
What should be the punishment? What should be the outcome for any shops selling to underage kids?
They need their licences withdrawn immediately, and that will mean they close down, and that's the way it should be.
TechX Vape told me they don't sell to kids, and people assumed they'd put the sign up themselves, which is wrong. They also say the sign is false information and they've spoken to police about it. In the meantime, this vigilante in Retford has taken the law into his own hands.
I weighed up the risks and the benefits in my head and decided that if it raises a bit of awareness and some good comes of it, then it's worth taking the risk, maybe get caught, maybe get away with it, but achieve what I'm trying to achieve.
Two wrongs don't make a right. Are you worried about the repercussions?
I'm worried enough to not want to show my face in an interview. I'm worried enough to not post all over Facebook and say it was me. But at the same time, if the police decide to take more interest in that than what's happening and come to speak to me, then I'll have to accept whatever comes my way.
And you could be fined £2,500 for criminal damage, vandalism. Was it worth it?
At the minute, I'd probably be quite bullish about it and say yes. If that actually happens, then it might be a different story. But I wouldn't say I'm particularly proud of what I did, but if it raises awareness of a bigger issue and gets people talking about it, then I don't really see how it's a bad thing.
Awareness is one thing, but tackling this growing issue is likely to prove quite another task. Nick Ellaby, TalkTV.
Thank you very much indeed, Nick. Now, to add to Nick's report, we have also spoken to trading standards who say this is an ongoing investigation, so they can't say more at this point.
So, sticking with vapes, Ewan Fisher was about to start his GCSEs when his mum rushed him to hospital after he was struggling to breathe and choking in his sleep. Now, aged 23, he warns others of the dangers of vaping at such a young age.
Yeah, and Ewan joins us now. Ewan, really good to talk to you this morning. Thank you very much indeed for coming on the show. Let's start right at the beginning. What was it about vaping that really was so enticing to you when you were young that you took it up?
So I wanted to try and pursue a boxing career because I absolutely love boxing and I was doing quite well at the time. I was getting fitter and fitter, and I thought the only way that I could get to as fit as I needed to be was to stop smoking cigarettes and start vaping, because I was getting told that it was obviously a better option for me, but that obviously weren't the case in my situation.
And how much did you know about what is in vapes in terms of the chemicals, things like acrolein, acetaldehyde, volatile organic compounds? Did people tell you lead is in them?
If I'm totally honest, no, nothing at all. I just got told it was a safer option, obviously compared to cigarettes, which everyone thought at the time. And a lot of people still do nowadays, really. But clearly, in my case, I don't see that because it's nearly ruined my whole entire life.
I would say that that is the overriding sentiment. That's why vapes have been, well, particularly pushed on adult smokers to change. What was your habit like, and where were you getting your vapes from?
So I was basically just doing it as a substitute for cigarettes, like where I'd usually go and have a cigarette, I'd just be puffing on my vape. And I was getting them from the local shop, if I'm totally honest with you. And it was like a legit shop, not no back street, black market type of thing. It was a legit shop. And yeah, it was so easy to get hold of.
And so tell us your story. So you were vaping and then obviously you became very seriously unwell.
Yeah, so it was in May 2017 when all this happened. I was vaping for not even that long, if I'm honest. And I kept getting chest infections. My parent knows best. My mum told me to pack it in and I didn't listen to her. And then one evening I was in bed and I was choking really, really bad. Mum woke me up, took me straight to Queen's Medical Centre, which is our local hospital. And from there onwards, just went downhill. I'm really lucky to be here. I shouldn't really be here, but I'm blessed with another chance. I got put on 2 different life support machines, and then I got taken to Leicester on an ECMO machine at Glenfield Hospital, where they saved my life. I got given 20% chance to live, and all my family had to come and say goodbye to me. So it was such a hard time. It took me 2 years to learn how to walk again once recovering. But no, I'm glad to be able to still be alive and tell the story to everyone else.
Those pictures are absolutely shocking. And to see the state you were in, you obviously now know about the dangers of vaping. What can we do to make other young people understand that? The government is banning disposable vapes. Does that go far enough?
I do think it's a step in the right direction, 100%, because the flavours are so enticing to kids. And it was one of the reasons that I started doing it, if I'm honest with you. Like, they are just, all the packaging, the multiple different flavours, it just sounds good and appealing to kids. But I don't know. I think some social media marketing needs to be done also, because nowadays that's the youth's thing. They're all on social media, no matter what age, like young teens, and that would be the best way to get it forward to them, that you don't need to be doing this.
Yeah, it's a really strong message, Ewan. Thank you so much for joining us. That's Ewan Fisher there.